Thanks for joining us. I am Maria Sorreo, and it's time to talk street fair. And I am joined by Eileen Hupp, who is the president and CEO of the Palos Verdes Chamber of Commerce. And you are a busy lady this time of year.
So we are. Both our staff and all of our chamber members are working very hard to put on the best street fair music festival ever.
I think it is, and 40,000 people usually come to the Hill. People
That's
from
correct.
the Hill, all over come to this because it's one of the best that we've ever seen. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you do a great job. You and the staff do a great job.
Good team.
Yeah, very good team. And I know that actually it takes you a whole year to put this together.
We do. We start working on the fair as soon as one ends, we're working on the next one. And this is our 26th annual this year.
Oh my
So,
gosh, can you
yeah.
believe it? 26.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Let's start by talking about some of the old favorites and things that are new at the fair this year. Starting with, I think, the dog show, because everybody loves that. And we see how many of our residents actually have dogs. They love this event. It's so fun.
It is a great event. This, I think, is the 9th year we've done the dog show, and it's a great place to start, Maria, because that's what kicks off the fair on Saturday morning.
That's it.
Starts at 10 o'clock, and you can go online to register for it at pvstreetfair.com, which is the best way to do it. Our theme this year is Hooray for Hollywood.
Which is always fun.
It's going to be great. And so we are going to be giving ribbons out for such categories as Best Celebrity Lookalike, or Best Action Hero, or Best Hollywood Couple, if you think about that.
And in addition to the dog show, I know you mentioned something else that's going to...
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we are so honored to have Captain Andy Olvera and his dog Stetson from the elite LA County Canine Search and Rescue Team. They will be kicking off the dog show with an incredible demonstration.
You know, speaking of contests, you're going to have a lot of new contests this year. I know last year we had Cupcake and Best Pie, and you're adding a few things in Chocolate Chip Cookie. That's going to be amazing.
We are. It's going to be so fun. On Sunday, we will be having, in our community plaza area, we will be having several competitions. And again, anybody, any age, open to everyone, can go online and sign up to be in the chili cook-off, in the home brew competition, or Best Cupcake, Best Fruit Pie, Best Decorated Cake, or Best Chocolate Chip Cookie. And that'll be really fun. You just bring your food on down, and then we're also looking for people to sign up and volunteer to be judges, which is really fun, so that you get to taste everything.
How many people can enter the contest?
You know, that's a good question. I don't think there's a limit, so let's just see. Let's just see how many people come down for chili, and I mean, like, how could you have too many cupcakes?
No, and never. Are you kidding? How many chocolate chip cookies?
Right, it
never
all works.
not.
Yeah, it just gives more for the judges to taste.
Exactly. Okay, and that's going to be on Sunday this year.
Correct.
Okay, and then now Friday night we have to talk about teen night, because always a huge hit with the teens, and I know that everybody likes to come to that.
Yes, thank you. Teen night is so fun. It's really the kickoff to summer because most of our schools end on that Thursday, and this is the Friday night, June 7th. The way teen night works is we partner with our local public schools, and so the 3 middle schools and the high schools sell the tickets, and then the Chamber of Commerce donates back $3 per ticket sold to each school, and then they can use that any way they want, for supplies, for student enrichment programs, whatever they would like to do.
That's great.
It's open only to local teens, no parents.
Love that.
Unlimited rides from 5 to 10 p.m. and they get popcorn and a free game and a gift, and it's just really wonderful. And then this year we've partnered with the Education Foundation, and the Peninsula Education Foundation will be bringing their food trucks so that they will benefit from that, and then it will also give our kids something else to eat, because you know
They like to eat while they're up
teens
there.
want that food.
Absolutely. And I know this year the Carnival, you can pre-buy the wristbands.
Yes, that's correct. This year, to make it easier for everyone, you can pre-buy your Carnival wristband for free all-day rides Saturday and Sunday, again on our website, pvstreetfair.com. And if you pre-purchase your wristband, you save $5.
Very nice.
So that's a nice incentive.
And you and I just talked about people buying tickets, and then they keep buying and buying and buying. They should just bought the wristband.
Buy the wristband, yes. Because everybody's like, oh my gosh, why did I do this? Because, you know, the favorites, the Ferris wheel, of course, will be there, and then the Super Shot, which everybody loves. That's the one where you drop and scream. Okay, whatever. And so, and the Carnival, Helm Carnival, always brings new and different rides, and they work very, very hard to mix it up every year so that you're not seeing the same rides.
Okay, now we kind of touched upon, there's going to be a beer contest as well, is that right? Or
the home brew, right? Okay. Home brew contest is part of the the competitions in the community plaza on Sunday. Okay. But interestingly, while we're on the subject of brew, we will be featuring all craft beers this year.
Amazing.
So in our beer and wine tent over in the International Food Court, we will have such brews as the Strand Brewing Company, El Segundo Brewing Company, Smog City Brewing Company, and others. And from 12 to 4, both Saturday and Sunday, you will be able to meet the brewmasters and speak with them.
Fun.
I know, so that'll be really nice. So it gives us a chance to really showcase some of our local businesses, and then also and provide exposure for them, and then also gives all of us a chance to taste that beer. And you will
Now,
be
did
able
you taste
to.
that beer, Eileen?
I have, because we want to make sure quality
it's
control,
okay,
Maria.
of
We want to make
course.
sure. So,
Absolutely.
Right, and then we will also be offering for sale, if you want to take a 6-pack of the Strand Brewing Company home with you, you'll be able to buy that kind of like a duty-free shop kind of thing. You can buy it and take it home with you.
How great.
So,
and that's
yeah.
going to be available Saturday and Sunday?
Both
all day?
days, yes,
Okay.
both days.
All right, now let's talk about some of the other things, especially on the stages. 2 different stages this
Yes.
year, okay? One of them is the main stage.
Correct.
And then the community stage.
Yes.
Okay, and you'll talk about the community stage
Okay,
first.
well, the community stage that's got to be my favorite.
Yes.
Because that is over again in the Community Plaza area. And after the dog show ends on Saturday afternoon, we start right away with local youth performing groups. So
Okay.
everything from Elite Dance Studios, Electric Youth Team, Dance Peninsula Ballet, Peninsula School of Performing Arts, the students from Amuse Music Studios, the students from Norris Theater Education Program, Encore Entertainers. We just have a jam-packed schedule Saturday afternoon and all day Sunday of our local kids performing, and it's
so great.
So awesome.
How do you select who gets to be there?
So, well, we have a
That
list.
takes a whole year.
I know it does. We have a committee that works on that,
Okay.
and they put together a list and they reach out, and it's kind of first come first serve. So
Great.
and who we can get blocked in and all of that. So so it's very exciting. So I love that area because it's just. It's about our community, and that's what the
is.
Chamber of Commerce is. It's about our community.
Excellent. Now, for the main stage, we've got some old favorites coming back and some new bands. Talk about
Yes,
that.
absolutely. Well, we have the old favorites, Maria, which we absolutely have to have because
Absolutely.
I've learned we actually have a following. So many of our
too.
residents will come at a specific time because they want to hear Ticket to Ride, which is the Beatles tribute band.
Right.
And they're closing on Sunday night. They always close the show on Sunday night. The MVPs will be closing on Saturday nights. One of those favorites is Pretzel Logic on Sunday afternoon. So there are people who come and want to dance and just absolutely be with those bands. But we're also excited because we've worked really hard to keep the old favorites, but to also fold in some new ones. So this year we have a Santana tribute band. We have an Eagles tribute band.
I'm very excited
And
about
then
that.
we have another band on Sunday called the Blue Breeze Band, which is Motown, rhythm and blues, soul, funk. So the assortment is just going to be amazing.
Well, and so
yeah.
much to do there, and a lot of it has to do with shopping. You have so many great vendors. Who will be back? Do you know? Or
Well, a lot of the favorites will be back. I mean,
Okay.
we have vendors, as you know, that come from
Every year.
from Palm Springs, from Northern California, from New York, and we work very hard. Again, we have a committee that works on that, and our staff. We work very hard, Maria, to have an assortment of vendors, so that when our fairgoers come, and admission to the fair is free, as you know.
Free?
When they come, they've got over 200 vendors to shop from,
Amazing.
and as well as commercial booths and nonprofit booths and all of that. So, so you're right. It takes a lot of time just to go through and see all the vendors.
it does. You start the
So-
dog show, and then we go to the community plaza for more local things.
Right.
And we shop and we're eating. Now, food is a huge
It is.
component of this.
It is. So, and we, again, with food, we work very hard to make sure that we have an assortment of food and a variety. So everything from fried Oreos and funnel cake and kettle corn, because you have
Very
to have that at a
important.
fair,
Yes.
to Thai, Chinese, Greek, Vietnamese, Mexican, Southern. We've got fried chicken, sweet potato fries,
Ooh.
gourmet sliders, Philly cheesesteaks, sausages, fresh roasted corn, gourmet hot dogs, ice cream. It's all there.
Now, do you find
So-
yourself when you go to a fair, like trying something new, or the old stand by the best? What do you think?
Oh gosh, that's a really good question. I always go for the sweets first.
Me
So
too.
I know. So what can I say? Some people go for the beer and wine. I go for the funnel cake. You know
Exactly.
that. But I like to try some of the different things. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds like there's going to be a lot to pick from this
There
year,
will be, yes,
especially.
yeah.
Let's
Good
talk
assortment.
about parking, because parking for 40,000 people sounds kind of overwhelming.
Yes.
But you have it down.
We do have it down. We've got a great logistical team, again, of chamber member volunteers who put this together, and great support from the community. The Palos Verdes school district and Peninsula High School allow us to park at Peninsula High School's parking lot.
Okay.
And then we have shuttle buses at the corner of Silver Spur and Hawthorne, and on our website there's directions and all of that, but I think everyone knows that corner. And then we have shuttle buses that run all day from Peninsula High School over to the fair, with 3 different shuttle stops. One at Peninsula Center, Shopping Center, one at the Promenade, and then another one right at the base of the fair. So,
and it really works well because people you might think shuttles, that's not going to work out, but you smooth as silk, always.
It is, and we have 3 that go continuously, and we're very grateful to LA County Supervisor Don Kanabe, who underwrites those shuttles for us. And Marymount College also helps us out with shuttles, covering the early morning shift when our vendors are there, because the vendors start coming at 5 a.m.
Very early.
Very early. And so we greet them, we have coffee for them, they love us, and then, because we really try to roll out the red carpet for the vendors, they work very hard.
Right.
And then we have shuttles in the morning to take them over to the remote parking as well.
So important. You have sponsors that help you out with this.
Yes,
Tell
yes.
us who you have this year.
Oh, we have a wonderful array of sponsors, some returning, some new. Our presenting sponsor this year is DCH Toyota and Scion of Torrance and DCH Gardena Honda.
And that's new this year,
That is
isn't
new
it?
this year, and you are going to find them right in the heart of the fair. They're going to have some cars on display, and they're going to have a great booth. And I just want to mention, because I think this is so awesome, and many people don't know it, DCH Toyota and Toyota Corporation have a huge initiative to support safe driving initiatives for teenagers. And our local DCH Toyota store right down in Torrance, who's our presenting sponsor, has single-handedly, that dealership alone has donated over $1 million to teen safe driving programs.
Wow.
And I'm so proud of that. I'm a Toyota customer myself. I drive a Toyota and I have teenagers. So I'm really appreciative of that. So they will have information on that program there as well.
I was just going to ask you that. Information.
Right, because they're having a program, I think, coming up really soon where you can take your teen and they put them through this kind of obstacle course and teach them safe driving techniques. So, so I just want to give them a shout out because we are so fortunate in this community to have so many businesses that are community partners and that really work with our nonprofits. And some we know about, but I don't think too many people know about this great program that that our sponsor runs.
That's great. Now, what other sponsors would you like to mention as well?
Oh, well, thank you. We have, we have Terranea, of course, and Trump National Golf Club, and I think Trump's going to have a little putting green there, maybe, so you can putt.
Nice.
And Equinox Fitness, of course, LA County Supervisor Don Kanabe, Marymount College, the City of Rolling Hills Estates, the City of Rancho Palos Verdes, and RPV TV, of course.
Thank you.
We'll
be there.
Exactly. Alva's Dance Studio, because they provide the floor, the Marley floor, for our dancers to be able to perform on.
Great.
So, and all of the sponsors are listed on the website. So
a very busy weekend, starting with teen night. So 3 nights. Let's go over the hours again.
Yes. Okay. So thank you. Teen night is from 5 to 10 on Friday, June 7th.
Okay.
And again, the tickets for that either at the local middle schools or high schools or the chamber office.
Great.
And then the fair itself is 10 to 10 on Saturday and 10 to 9 on Sunday.
So get there early because everybody loves to shop and eat and listen to the music, and there's just so much to do all the time.
Yes. Absolutely. And the stages are, they're booked solid all day, both days. So.
Very good.
And then we also have, we forgot to mention the free petting zoo and pony rides for the kids. How could we forget that?
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
So, and that's something that the chamber itself sponsors because we just think it's really nice for the parents to be able to bring the kids and put them on the ponies and let them be at the petting zoo and not have to pay for it.
Now do you try to keep all of the events and the things in the same areas as the year before so people remember where they are, or do they move around?
They may move around a little bit because it'll depend on spacing. We're, particularly with the Carnival, we're trying to bring in some new rides, and some of them have bigger footprints than others, so it's a bit of a three-dimensional jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah,
almost.
absolutely.
And so things will move around a little bit. Some of our vendors have their favorite spots, and they rush to sign up to get those, and that's great. But we do try to move things. And the food court's going to be in the same place, right by Marmalade, who was also a sponsor, Marmalade Cafe.
Love them.
And the Promenade on the Peninsula and Peninsula Shopping Center are sponsors as well, I should mention. So anyway, so those spaces will be the same, but some things will move around.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you talk about the promenade because they're connected to the street fair, and you talk about community. People can shop there and shop at the street fair, which is great.
Exactly, and the same with Peninsula Shopping Center. Both of those properties are very gracious in giving us space so that we can have our Carnival at Peninsula Shopping Center and our food court at the Promenade. And so that's why we've designed our shuttle stop so that people will walk through the mall and be able to see how beautiful both of these centers are.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And Eileen, before we go, we also wanted to mention another sponsor, which is Southern California Edison, who will be sponsoring the Community Plaza.
That's correct. We're very excited to have Southern California Edison back again this year as the sponsor for the Community Plaza, showcasing our kids, our cooking contest, the dog show, and all that fun local entertainment.
Always a great time. Get your favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe out and meet us at the Palos Verdes Street Fair and Music Festival. You can also go to their website, which would be
pvstreetfair.com.
very good. Eileen, thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you at the street fair.
Counting on it.
All
Thanks,
right.
Maria.
I'm Maria Sorreo. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.